Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another episode of this freaking show, the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. I'm your host, Travis D, and alongside me this evening, as always,
Awkward Colin.
And Geek Cast Joe.
And we are now on episode 47?
Might be 48.
Is it 48?
We don't even know
know.
what episode we're on. We're
I
off
don't
to a
think-
great start, guys.
I know, right? Shit. No, it's gotta be 47, right?
I don't know.
Right, it has to be. Anyway, it don't matter. The point is we're getting closer to 50 and 52, which is the season finale. So this year is literally flying by as fast as it feels.
It really is.
I know. Joey, how you doing? What's new with you?
I'm good. I'm really tired. Nothing's new. Nothing in particular is new. I don't know. We're getting ready to go back to Chicago for a couple of days for a funeral. Kind of sad, but
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
yeah, it happens. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I don't know. Like, I don't think you're gonna have time to stop and see anybody. But I wish you're coming back on like a better note, like a higher.
yeah, me too.
yeah.
Me too. Absolutely.
But you know, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, my condolences to you and your wife.
Thank you. Thank you. Much obliged. So-
Colin, how are you? I know you and I both. We had some bad. We had a bad day today. But share with Joey your bad day.
My day was actually pretty good until before this podcast. And that's because the people of Mantino Taco Bell, that's Mantino, Illinois, Taco Bell, are a bunch of incompetent dumbasses that shouldn't have jobs.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel.
But no, I won't go into that because that was already said. It might get me in trouble too. But all I'll put is I placed an order and it took me an hour to get my food. My food was thrown at me and then Ann told me that everything was in there and then it was missing about $15 worth of food.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and just to clarify, this wasn't just food for me.
Right.
Two other people worth of food.
Yeah.
That's
It
insane.
was rough. Like, so Colin got me a Nacho Bel Grande and everything, and like it tasted amazing until like the first two bites. But when you get like really to like I don't know, like the core of this fucking nacho, it didn't sit right. Like I don't know what it was. Like if like maybe the beans were a little too fucking like old, or the jalapenos were a little too something in there wasn't fresh.
Mm.
And like and I sat there and I kind of like rolled back and forth on the couch, like I was going through like some bad labor pains.
Oh no.
And shit. So to all the female listeners out there, I sympathize and I understand now the pain you go through. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it's much worse, but at the same time, I survived it. You guys will be all right too. It was just it just baffled me because, like, you know, Mantino is only a 10-minute drive from Mantino's a 10-minute drive from Pieto and everything. And yeah, and like Colin said, he was gone for a good part of an hour. Like, because I remember when him leaving thinking, like, okay, we got like an hour and a half before we have to start doing the show. And
Wow.
he was still gone. It was nuts.
That's crazy. You know, we found like the only Taco Bell within like 50 miles of us.
Really?
I'm being a little bit sarcastic, but yeah, there's like no fast food around us. And so we were craving some fast food the other day. And so we went and we found the nearest Taco Bell, which is about a 30-minute drive away from where we are. And we ordered our food and we get to the counter. And like, luckily I remember what the price of my food was, because she says, $3.18. I said, excuse me? She said, yeah, you just ordered a large root beer, right? And I was like, no, I ordered lunch for my wife and I. It should be like 10 something. So, and she looked at me like a cow looks at an oncoming train. Like, you're coming toward me, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. So I'll just chew my cud and hopefully we can figure something out. So it's just strange. It's strange that we both have Taco Bell woes.
Well, when I was there, I just thought this lady was coming in to bitch because she came in stomping in. But now I don't feel bad for her. She ordered tacos with no tomatoes, so they put pico de gallo on it. And then, which has tomato in it. She's like, there's a reason I said no tomato, and that's because my son's deathly allergic to them. And she's like, this is the third fucking time I've come in here because the order's been wrong. I'm just like, yeah.
Jeez.
So, and like I was telling Travis, it's really bad when you tell every customer in there, better check your order because it's probably going to be wrong.
Yeah, no kidding.
That wasn't the employees saying that to the customers. That was other customers saying that to other customers.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That is so, like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Everybody has a bad day, but it sounds like they have lots of bad days in a row.
Well, the people that work at that Taco Bell are fucking incompetent. That's for damn sure. Because that's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like kind of like how we talked a little bit earlier, and see the biggest problem is like it's like granted, like, you know, it's definitely their work ethic, but it's the way most of society is nowadays, where these people are so like they feel like they're so entitled to do shit. You know, they're entitled, like they earn something, they deserve some shit instead of earning it. Like my grandma, who's been staying with me for a couple weeks, said that she went into a gas station to get a fountain drink, and like the counter was all messy and everything, like it was sticky and everything. She wanted to go tell the clerk, and the clerk told her it wasn't in his job description to clean it up.
He's like, that's not my problem. It's not my job.
Yeah, it's like I'm like that's absolutely your job. If you're working in a place, your focus is cleaning this place and making it look presentable for people to, you know, be at. But
especially like a place like that just has people off the street come in.
Mm-hmm.
It's different if it was like an office or something. But it's not. It's a fucking gas station.
Yeah. And then, like, especially like nowadays, when you look around, like if you go into one gas station and you don't like it, you go across the street to the next one. And you go into Mantino, there's 3 gas stations right next to each other. If you don't like one, you go to the next one.
Yep.
It's nuts. You know, it's just people who don't give a shit anymore. And, you know, it's not them to get affected, it's us, you know? Managers don't give a shit anymore at these fast food restaurants and everything. Nope. It's garbage.
It is garbage.
Yeah.
I don't get it. You know, that's to me, you know, I don't care what position you have in society. Mm-hmm. Like, do your job like you care about it, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, if you don't like your job, get a new one, you know? If you sit there and say that my job sucks, I don't want to do it, and you slack off
I
and
don't get paid enough.
Exactly.
I don't get paid like a CEO of a company.
Nobody gets paid like a CEO of a company.
Well, I get paid like a CEO of a company. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
you want to make a bet, Travis?
You make 400 times what your dispatch or your guys make.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I want your job.
I'll gladly come back.
Oh shit! But it's so weird too. Like, and I had this conversation with a couple people, even at work and shit. I had that conversation like today. It's like, you know, I'm sitting here talking to like Nick's over. He's talking to my grandma and everything. My brother Nick, and I, you know, we're talking about money and shit like that. And it's crazy to think, like, no matter what job I had, like from the age I was 15 to now, every job that I left and went to the next one always made more money than the last. But it seems no matter how much money I make, I never seem to have enough money. And then, like, you know, you sit there and you realize, you know, like, the more it's true, like, when it comes to taxes, where the more you make, the more they take away and everything. And, like, you know, and I look at my pay stubs and shit every week, and I know how much I make, and I make a decent amount of money for the job I do and the age I'm at in my life. But when you sit there and think about it, say, okay, I take this much money home, they take almost 25% of my paycheck away every single month for taxes and insurance and shit. It's like, you know, it's awesome to make that money, but at the same time, once you make that much money, that percentage, you know, that percentage of what they take away is fucking huge. Yeah. Like I lose more taxes a month in the job I have now than what I used to make when I used to work at fucking Sears when I was 18 years old in the warehouses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Like, it's just nuts to think how much money. And then, like, when taxes come around and shit like that, you don't get all that fucking money back. Yeah, I wish we did, but that fucking, they take out the whole year's fucking taxes. You'll be lucky to get like 33% of that back.
Yeah.
So, God bless government.
Well, let's stop getting. Let's get off politics. So.
Yeah, I don't want to get too political about it. Yeah, it's just so fucking weird. I don't know. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it changes. But anyways, yeah. So my day was kind of fucked up as well, and it wasn't like a horrible thing, but it was like a slip in my thinking and shit. So I work in Romeoville, which is about an hour and a half away from where I live, and I drive that every day. One way it's an hour and a half, about 45 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour depending on traffic. I get to work tonight. I actually get to work early because I started getting up early to go to the gym at 4:30. So I leave the house fairly early, and I get to work. I get to work for the first time 10 minutes early in a very long fucking time. Reached in the backseat of my truck to grab my bag with my laptop in it, and I fucking left it at home.
I saw your snap.
Yeah, so, oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I spent a lot of time on Snapchat now. Did you happen to see any Snapchats from this past Friday when I was officiating that wedding?
No, I missed them. Then they expired before I could go back and see them.
Yeah, you gotta stay updated on Snapchat, man. I'm on that thing so much. It's so fucking awesome. To our listeners out there, if you want to add me on Snapchat, ask me for it. It's Travis Sturba. It's my name. There's no period, nothing in the middle, and you won't spell it right to save your lives. But if you want to contact me, I'll send it to you and everything. I love people following me and watching me do shit.
There's a U in the middle, right?
Yeah. There's a U and an E. I think there's like a Z at the end or some shit too.
Might be.
Yeah, there could have been at some fucking point. This last name is so fucking goofy. But yeah, so I call Carl. My stepdad, who's also my boss. I let him know, hey, I'm at work, but I gotta go home. I gotta go pick up my laptop and shit like that because I can't do my job without my laptop. I called Colin because I know Colin didn't leave for work yet to see if he could wake up my grandma, who's staying with us, if she can meet me halfway between Romeoville and Peatone. Mm-hmm. And obviously, she didn't answer her phone. She leaves her phone downstairs throughout the night. So I have to drive all the way back to Peatone, pick up my laptop. I get finally back to work by 9:30 and everything. There's so much shit to do. But, at least by 11:30, everything kind of calmed down. But the fact that I had to drive back and forth to work like fucking twice in one day sucked. It absolutely sucked.
Yeah, that's awful, especially with a commute like that.
It is. And I didn't think to myself, I was thinking like there's nothing that's going to make this day better. Like absolutely nothing. And then it turns out there actually is something that makes this day better. And I found it on Facebook. And I want to share a couple of these things with you before we get into our main topic for the evening. And we do got to get into our main topic fairly soon because there's a lot to go through. But I found these, I don't really know how to describe it other than it's titled Civilian Integration Tips.
All right.
So it gives you a phrase that you should use, and then it gives you a phrase that you should use instead of it. So I'm going to share a couple of these with you that I find, and I'll share this on our Facebook page so everyone else can enjoy the rest of them. But I just want to share a couple of them.
Yeah.
So in a board meeting at the office, instead of using "listen here, fuckers," why don't you try, "may I have your attention, please"? Instead of "shut your fucking cock holster,"
wait,
why don't you?
This was handed out at work?
No. I found this on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
If this was at work, I'd love work a lot more. Instead of "shut your fucking cock holster," try "thanks for your insight, Greg." Instead of "get your fucking dick beaters off my shit," try "can I help you with something, Bill?" Dude, three more, and then I'm done. The rest of them you guys can read on your own. Instead of "beat your face, shitbag," try "I'm afraid this isn't your best work, Jim." Instead of "stay in your lane, fuckface," try "thanks, Joe. We'll keep that in mind."
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna do two more than the rest because this one and the next one's my absolute favorite. All right, so instead of "apologize to that plant for working so hard to create the oxygen you're stealing," try. I'm not sure that's the direction we want to take, Mark. And then finally,
It's the names that are the best part.
and finally, instead of you're like Midas, except everything you touch turns to shit. Try using. I feel like maybe my directions were unclear. Can we go over this together? Oh fuck! Actually,
Awesome.
there's only 3 more after that. You just want me to read them all?
Yeah, just read them all.
Yeah, you may as well.
Okay. Instead of thanks, Derek, but if you I want your opinion, I'll fucking give it to you. Try thanks, Derek. I love that because once in a while that's exactly what I say to Derek when he's editing. Thanks, Derek. Derek, if you're listening to this, I don't really mean thanks, Derek, but if I want your opinion, I'll fucking give it to you. I don't really mean I truly mean thanks. Instead of as stupid as you are, it's a fucking miracle you haven't accidentally murdered yourself already. Go with, we need to sit down and discuss my expectations from you.
That's amazing.
And then lastly, instead of, I want to choke slam half of the stupid motherfuckers in this building, try, I'm fine. Thanks for asking, Debbie. So I read through those, and it made my day. It brightened my day and shit like that. So that was a lot of fun. I'm going to share that to our Facebook page. So if you guys want to reread them, they're absolutely there. So yeah, enjoy a laugh. So if you have a bad day and everything, go to our Facebook page just by searching This Freaking Show, and you'll find those fun little memes so you can enjoy yourself. Which, by the way, if you're on Facebook, why don't you check out this from Fire Pit Bar Facebook, where you go to the Fire Pit Bar in Pearson, Illinois, and get a burger and beer for $6.99 every Monday and Wednesday. Or if you're a morning person, you love breakfast, you get breakfast there every Saturday and Sunday from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. And I went there this past weekend with my grandma, Colin, and her friend Libby, and I got the Tatsi omelet, but instead of the sausage in it that it comes with, I actually got my buffalo chicken.
You did. You finally tried it.
I did. When we went in there, I ordered the omelet. I asked for chicken instead of the sausage, just to check myself, just to see how it tasted. And it was absolutely amazing, the perfect way it is. But when I asked Lisa, the owner, who I know personally, I asked her, I'm like, hey, Lisa, is there any way I get the buffalo sauce for this? She's like, well, do you want the buffalo sauce or the hot sauce? I'm like, I want to get the buffalo sauce for it because I want to know what the buffalo chicken sandwich would taste like as an omelet. Without question, she brought me the buffalo. She brought a little cup of the buffalo sauce with it. I kind of poured it over the top like you would with hot sauce, and it was absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Colin fucking had the primetime melt, almost nutted himself.
Yeah. And 2 mimosas.
Yeah.
And 2 mimosas. So like it was almost like a drunken nut.
Yep.
But it was absolutely amazing. I still have yet, which I don't think it'll be possible, but I still have yet to be disappointed with anything I had there. Everything was good.
I agree. I've never been disappointed by that place.
Yeah, and I noticed, I'm not sure if this is a constant thing, but I know the last few times we've been there, every time we get there, there's an option to get a free side of biscuits and gravy. Now, I don't know if that's a promotional thing they're doing for the time being, but at least for the last 3 weekends we've been there, they've always offered you want the free side of biscuits and gravy. You don't have to take them if you don't want them, but they give you the option if you do.
You want to know what
Tremendous.
I've been disappointed by?
Where have you been disappointed by, Colin?
Mantino, Illinois Taco Bell. Fucking cocksuckers.
I hear paper. Is that a Taco Bell wrapper or is that something
No,
else?
that's gummy bears wrapper.
Okay. I thought you were bitching out Taco Bell while eating a taco.
No, I'm done eating tacos for tonight.
Oh shit. All right. Well, hey, if anyone else doesn't have anything new, you want to get into our main topic for the evening?
Sounds good
Sure.
to me.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, it is September 2016, and we know 2017 is just around the corner. And in 2017, there was an array, a plethora, a cornucopia of movies that are going to be released throughout the year. So what we decided we're going to do on our show is we are going to become IMDb. Don't sue me, IMDb, for saying IMDb, but I'm saying IMDb. what we're gonna do is we're gonna list off some movies that are gonna be released next year, and we're gonna give our own rating out of 10. It's kind of our own way of kind of guessing what they're gonna be. It's gonna be like a little contest that we're really not gonna know the results until the end of next year. But what we're gonna do tonight is we're only gonna focus on sequels. It's almost gonna be slightly like either like a 3-part or a 2.5 part kind of series that we're gonna do with this. We're going to focus on sequels tonight in season 2, which is coming up in like a month and a half, shockingly. We're going to focus on remakes. And then in October, we're going to have a special guest come on the show, and we're going to focus on horror movie releases.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited for what's coming in season 2. And I'm super excited about tonight. So I figure what we'll do is I'll just list off the movie that's coming out. We can talk about it a little bit, give our views on like the prequels, the movies that came out before it, and then just on a scale of 1 to 10, where you believe this is going to end up, and we'll just keep going on the list until we're done.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Perfect. Okay, well, let's start at the top. On May 26, 2016, we're going to see the release of Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tale. This is what? This is going to be the 5th one?
At least.
Yeah, I believe so.
So this will be the 5th one in it. Have you guys seen all 4 of the other ones?
No.
I think I've seen 3 of them.
I stopped watching after Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley left.
That's only the first 2, right? Because they weren't in the 3rd one?
No, I think I've seen the first 3 is what I'm saying. Sorry. It's not unclear.
I know I bought a box set of Pirates of the Caribbean a while back around Christmas time. I just can't remember if there's only 3 or if there's 4 of them.
There's 4
there was
out right now.
I think I own all 4 of them. Yeah, no, I do. I know I own all 4 of them. So this is the 5th one that came out. I actually like them. Yeah, I mean, like even though obviously like some of the original characters end up being gone and shit like that, but I mean they're still good. I think it's because I am a Johnny Depp fan. I do like a good chunk of his movies. I don't like Gilbert Grape. That's probably my least favorite Johnny Depp movie. But
I love that movie. But go ahead.
But I mean, like with Pirates of the Caribbean, Edward Scissorhands, Dark Shadows, like those like messed up, creepy looking characters, I do like. I think maybe Gilbert Grape might be like kind of like too norm character for me, like normalish. I mean, it's normal, I guess Johnny Depp could play, right? But
right.
But I don't know. I'm excited for this one to come out. I think for me, out of 10 for this, I think I'd only give it like a 6 though, because I think it'll still be great. Because I still think like those Pirates of the Caribbean like mega fans will enjoy it, but I don't think it'll be as popular as the previous ones before it. So I think I'm gonna leave it at like a 6.
I totally agree with you. I won't even go up or down. I'm gonna go. I agree. I think it's a 6 also.
Right.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna price this right you and do 6.1.
Do you really want to do decimals here?
Should I price this
No,
wrong
not
you and
normally.
do 6.2?
You could.
Then you have to get it spot on.
Oh shit. We'll stay with whole numbers. We'll do that. We'll stay with whole numbers.
All right. So we're all saying 6, or
Con, where you at?
6 sounds good.
6 sounds good. Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna put mine at a 5.
A 5.
wow.
At the rating for this.
Okay. All right. Next one on the list, Thor, Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
Which now this is the 3rd in the series, and this is actually the final one, correct?
Yes.
And this is one with Hulk, Bruce Banner.
Yep.
All right. What's the actual background for this movie?
I think it has to deal with Loki again.
Yeah. It's so they're each of the Avengers. Well, not each of the Avengers. Each of the cool Avengers that have powers have their own trilogies. I guess the Hulk doesn't get his. Anyway.
Iron Man doesn't have powers.
His power is money.
Iron Man's power is just being a bitch.
I know.
Like Batman.
Anyway, so I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. It's the Ragnarok storyline. So it's the sort of the universe is going to end if Thor doesn't stop Loki, combined with they're including a Hulk storyline that I think is going to be I think World War Hulk, which is when Hulk gets dropped in the middle of New York City and has to fight gladiator style in the middle of Times Square until they can capture him and like send him off into space or something. So I don't know. It's going to be good. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to call 8. I'm giving it 8 out of 10.
You're going to say 8 on it?
Yep. Yep. Only because we're doing whole numbers, because I would actually give it a 7.5, but I'll give it an 8.
No,
I'll round up.
That's a good reason. That's a good reason.
What do you think, Colin?
Give me a second. What about you? What are you thinking?
I think it could be an 8. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is and again, it's just my opinion. I just don't see Thor being as popular as like the Captain America movies or, you know, like all the other like Avenger movies. I actually believe that Iron Man is more popular to viewers than Thor is. But
that's totally fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it as a 7. I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's gonna you know make box office like history slightly, like just slightly though, for a Thor movie. But I don't think it's gonna be as huge as an 8 to like the rest of the people.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go with a 6.
All right.
Are we writing these down?
I am. Writing them down.
Yeah. I made like a little chart thingy here.
Oh, cool.
For everybody's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the titles, the release dates, which by the way, Thor's looking to come out November 3rd. And then I have T for Travesty, C for Colin, and J for Joey.
Okay.
Same here.
Oh.
I haven't been keeping track, so.
No, it's fine. I got it, and then I'll put this away to somewhere I'll remember at the end of next year because the last movie on our list comes out on December 22nd. So, so next on our list, February 10th, John Wick 2.
I actually didn't see the first one.
It is absolutely amazing. You are a fool for not seeing it.
It's
You
a
sit
really
there-
good movie.
You sit
If
there
you
and
like
think that-
action, blood movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of deaths.
it is
Sure.
absolutely amazing. And
All I
absolutely-
know is my wife walked out of the movie theater after the first 5 minutes because they killed the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and that's an unfortunate thing. I will say that, but that is what sets up the entire movie. And,
Yeah. Because the whole movie is about him getting revenge, right?
Pretty much. Because of the dog in it. And
Yeah. It's basically the Big Lebowski, but with a dog instead of a rug and dying instead of piss.
It's far from the Big Lebowski.
yeah.
But
Okay.
maybe to pique your interest in seeing it, it has Alfie Allen in it.
Awesome. From Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah, I like John Wick. I like the original movie. I think the sequel is going to be good. I'm probably going to keep it around. I'm going to go with 7 again on this. I think people are like starting to warm up more to Keanu again,
Yeah.
Mr. Reeves, if you will. And I think they really like him in movies like this again. So I think I'm going to stick with 7 on this. I think it's going to do good.
I think I agree with you again.
Yeah, put me down
So-
for a 7.
All right, so 7's across the board.
Well, if we get it right, what does that mean? I mean, that's like jackpot for us, right?
Yeah. It means I'm right and you're all followers. I'm kidding.
I had my 7 written down before you finished talking.
It just means
I
we're all-
don't know what the 777s and slots and all that shit are. So
I think it's a jackpot. I think
Yeah.
it's
what's
a
it
jackpot.
called?
Or a lucky. I don't know. Lucky 7s.
Oh yeah, I think that sounds about right.
December 22nd, Pitch Perfect 3.
I haven't seen the first two of those either.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I hear they're amazing, and Anna Kendrick is just, you know.
They're absolutely funny. Like I thought they're gonna be like too chick flick for me to enjoy, but I couldn't even say they're chick flick after watching them. Like you would think so, and maybe they really are, and I'm just girly, I guess. But they're really funny fucking movies. Plus, I like the songs in them.
I've never seen it.
Nice.
It reminds me of like it kind of reminds me of Grease, but like now when you had Grease and they did all those like those music parts of it, I can't remember what the hell they're called, but anyways, so in the music parts of Grease, like it was just them like singing parts of the movie to where it was pitch perfect. Like their singing is actually during like competitions and shit like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's just like it's like music battles instead of dancing and cheerleading. So
Nice.
it's a fun comedy to watch. So the only thing that I'm curious about is when you have the first one, it's like the first and second one like they're based about a group in college, the Glee Club in college and sorority and stuff like that. But I think with the second one, I think they're graduating college, so I'm not sure what they're really planning to do with the third one. I didn't look up any information about it. I don't want to look up information about it. I'm not a big fan of like trying to read about stories before like we get there. If I don't see a trailer, I'm not looking it up because I want to see what the trailer has to offer rather than me trying to read it and make my own interpretation of it.
Fair enough.
I think I'm going to settle with a 4 on this. Or no, I'm sorry, not 4, a 6 on this.
Nice.
Just because I don't think it's going to be as big as the other two. I mean, I'm sure it'll be like really popular as soon as it comes out, but I fear some people might be disappointed and be like, it does not live up to what the previous two offered.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. And actually, I'm even less interested in this one than I was in the first two, so I'm actually giving it a 5.
I was gonna go 5 as well.
So I'm sure it's great. I'm sure that they're good movies. It's just it's for the same reason I won't watch Glee. I saw too much show choir stuff in high school. Just can't do it.
I got you.
So other people, I'm sure, will love it a lot. Just not for me.
Gotcha. All right, this is more you guys than me, but December 15th, we'll be seeing the 8th episode of Star Wars.
Okay.
That's next year?
Yeah.
December 15th?
Rogue One comes out this year. And then
I didn't realize it came out this year.
Rogue
I
One,
am
yeah.
so excited that I honestly can't even.
For what?
Both of them.
Rogue One.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Rogue One is going to be an anthology? Same
Yeah.
universe, different storyline?
Yep. Yeah, it takes place before episode 4.
The weekly podcast.
Really?
A little bit of something.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, the building of the first Death Star.
I'm your host, Travis D. And alongside
Okay.
me this evening, as always.
Yeah.
Awkward Colin.
So I'm very excited for Rogue One. I'm also excited for episode 8, and I'm gonna give it an 8, only because I'm
Might be 48.
actually thinking it's gonna really pan out to be about a 7.
We're off
But I'm excited, so I'm giving it an 8.
I know, right?
So
No,
I'm
it's gotta
inflating
be-
it
gotta
with
be
my own
7,
excitement.
right?
I don't know.
Right at Skims. Anyway, it don't
Yeah.
matter. The point is, we're getting closer.
I'm
to
going to give it a
50
7.
52, which is the season finale. So this year is literally flying by as fast as it feels.
Just
It
like,
really
I don't know
is.
what to give it because
I know. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I know how
I'm good.
popular
I'm really
Star
tired.
Wars is. Like, I'm actually surprised, like, Joey, you didn't give it like a 9.
I thought about it.
But
But the reception for episode 7 was pretty lukewarm overall. Like it was,
hear that.
everyone went and saw it, and everyone went and saw it a million times. But everyone had something to say that was
Obviously, I don't
like
know,
they didn't like about it. And I think because people came away with it with things that they didn't like, they're not going to be as excited for the sequel.
Me too.
So I brought it down.
But I'm gonna go with you and your wife.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Now I kind of wish we did do decimals. I will go just 7.5. I'm gonna do 7 just because today, but tell me, I got a feeling that episode 8's gonna be like the Phantom Menace.
My day was actually pretty good.
Ouch.
So,
I hope not.
this podcast.
I hope not either, for the sake of the adoring fans of Star Wars. They've been waiting years to get Star Wars movies again, but not every movie can be a hit.
Right.
It's true.
And in all reality, would you rather episode 8 to be a bust or episode 9 to be a bust? You know,
Between the two, definitely 8. Tell me how you're real.
right?
No, I won't go into
Probably
that.
my favorite that's coming out next year is May 5th, which is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That is probably the one I think so far looking down this list. That's probably going to be the top movie that I'm definitely wanting to see come next year. I absolutely love the first one. What's that guy's name? Pratt?
Yeah, Chris Pratt.
Pratt. I love that guy. Which
Ridiculous.
also I know he's going to be in Magnificent Seven that comes out this weekend. I may try to go see that this weekend because I love the original Magnificent Seven, so I think the remake's going to be awesome. And Denzel fucking Washington in it. And Pratt's in it. It's gonna be a great fucking movie. He makes it good. Batista, shitty fucking wrestler, shitty fucking person. Like he pulls off Drax. I bet.
Batista?
He's kind of a tool. I mean, when he returned to wrestling after doing his movies and shit, he had a fucking nose piercing. What kind of dude has an? And it wasn't like a ring. It was a stud. It was like a tiny gold stud. He wore tight pants and like a leather shirt. Who does that?
To all
the female listeners out there, I sympathize.
I have comments.
now.
Well, give them, Joe.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford.
Yeah, does he have a nose stud?
No, but he has an earring.
It just baffled me because
He has an ear stud.
Well, that's fine. I can see an ear stud. You know, ear studs are cool. Not the nose. He might as well put it in his fucking upper lip.
What gauge is Harrison Ford?
I don't know, Tiny.
I remember when him leaving thinking like, but anyways, I love it. I like the whole. I think Groot's a funny fucking guy. I love Rocket Raccoon. Overall,
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna put an 8 on this one.
Nice. We found like the only Taco Bell. I'm actually going to give it a 9 on this one because the first one was so good and everyone loved it and the soundtrack was great and I hope that they continue to do that. So out of hope, I'm making it a 9. And I just wanted to comment, Vin Diesel was so excited to play Groot. One, he always wore stilts when he was recording the character so that he would feel like he was as tall as the character. 2, no matter what language you watch that movie in, Vin Diesel is the person doing the voice of Groot. Like Spanish, Cantonese, Mandarin, Chinese, every single one of them is Vin Diesel saying it in that language.
Nice.
So
Groot?
just because he wanted to make sure it was right.
Okay.
I love Vin Diesel. He's Hollywood's secret nerd. I don't know if you knew this. He once dungeon mastered a game, a Dungeons and Dragons game, with Dame Judi Dench.
I did not know that.
Yep. So anyway, sorry. Let my geek flag fly a little too high.
All right. No, the only reason I'm giving it an 8.79 is because I am slightly worried that there are people out in the world who are mental and eat crayons who believe this movie won't be as good as the first one and will like reject it because of that. So I don't have a lot of faith in humanity's thought process when it comes to movies. I mean, God forbid there's another fucking Avatar coming out. So it's like, you know, but I get where you're coming from, and I wish I could agree with you. I just don't think it's going to be as big because of people like that.
That's probably fair.
What about you, Colin? Where you at?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Colin's going to give it a 7. I like how down to earth Colin is on his choices. Like, this is a 10! And Colin's like, yeah, 6. Okay. Next one, Colin's favorite movie, February 10th, 50 Shades Darker.
Yeah, my favorite movie. Because I haven't seen the first one.
technically, you did see the first one. It was just I fast forward
That
through all the
was you
sex
just
scenes.
fast forwarding to sex scenes. That's
Wasn't
not
my
seeing the
idea.
first one.
Two
Wasn't
sex
my idea.
scenes or through sex scenes?
Me,
No, he
our
was just
friend-
fast forwarding to them.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
our friend Michelle came over and we're all hanging out, and she's like, "You ever seen 50 Shades of Grey?" I'm like, "I don't really want to, but I kind of want to see it just for like just to see what the sex scenes are like and shit." So we found the unrated version on demand, and we just fast forward through the movie, got to the sex scenes to see what they were about. When they're over, just kept fast forwarding to throw. Like honestly, I don't see what the big deal is about this movie. I mean, maybe you have to actually like understand the plot and shit, but I mean, the fucking part of it was just generic.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was only rated R, right?
Yeah.
It's not like
yeah,
it was
but-
even NC-17.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, I went to the unrated ones because I really want to see like the dark part of it. But I mean, the entire time, all I could think is like, this dude's ruining his belt. This girl's gonna have fucking burns on her wrist.
This guy's ruining his belt.
Yeah. So I think because of all the women in Heat, I'm going to give this movie a 7.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
I
go
think-
with a 4.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, that's even lower than I was thinking. I was thinking a 5.
Colin's down to earth, man.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, someone look at IMDb. What did the first one get?
It got shit.
I'm gonna say the first one got like a 6, probably a 6.5.
Got a
I was thinking the first
4.1.
Wow.
What did it get?
A 4.1.
I don't know, shit. Colin's got the right idea.
Yeah, no kidding.
gonna go with-
25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm still gonna stay with 7. I think there's a lot of perverts out there.
Now actually seeing that, I might lower it to a 3. And I'm even tempted to go to a 2.
I would, but I'm using pen instead of pencil, so we're stuck. Anyways, moving on. January 20th, we're gonna see Triple X Return of Xander Cage. I don't know the last time a Triple X movie came out. I've never seen a Triple X movie. They don't seem interesting to me. I'm giving it a 4 just because of that purpose alone.
Wow. Another Vin Diesel. Well, he started it anyway.
Xander
the sec-
Cage?
Yeah, well, the second one, Colin, you said an Ice Cube. Like, that's what we discussed the
Yeah.
other day. And then I think there was a third one that maybe was like Vin Diesel again.
I don't know, man. I don't think they should have made a second one.
Yeah.
You said a 4?
I'm sticking with 4 just because I don't know how long. Because the previous one does not stick out in my head at all whatsoever. So
Yeah.
I'm going to assume there are people like me that are like, you know what? Meh.
Yeah, I almost feel like this should be like a straight to DVD release. I'm also going to give it a 4.
Like right to Netflix.
Uh-huh. Maybe not even. Netflix probably wouldn't even pick this crap up. No, actually they might, because it might be popular overseas in the international market.
Right? Fucking Hulu.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
I'm going to keep mine at a 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. February 3rd, Train Spotting 2. I have no idea what this is, but Colin mentioned it.
I've never seen the first one. I know my brother's seen it.
Is that not a rom-com?
Is it what?
Is it a rom-com?
It's a black comedy crime drama. British black comedy.
Oh. I do love British black comedy.
Starring Ewan McGregor, Ewan Bremer,
Ooh.
Johnny Lee Miller, Kevin McKidd, Robert Carlyle, and Kelly MacDonald.
All right, I'll give it a 5. I was going to go lower, but then you led with Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I'll 5 sounds like a good one. I mean, since the last one came out in '96, they gotta push it.
Yeah.
Of course, then again, it might just be get a higher just because it's been so long.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I mean, I don't know. You said it's British?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, the first
That's
one got
what really lowered it for me was the fact that it was British.
the first one got an 8.2 on IMDb with a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hear it's a great movie.
I'm gonna stick with 6. Yeah. Kind of want to go higher because of that, but at the same time, it's like I want to go with what you're thinking. The fact that it's been 20 years since the first one, but I think it's that alone that's gonna make people really want to see this because it's been 20 years. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 6. I'll never watch it, but I'm sure there are people out there that like whatever the fuck this is offering.
I could see people seeing it, or they get their hopes up because it's coming out, but then it's not keeping up with what they want.
Kind of like yeah.
like The Secret Life of Pets. I was really excited about the movie until the more I saw the trailer, the worse it got.
Oh shit! All right, we're like halfway through, so we're gonna like kind of like whip through the last end of these so we can stay within time limit. Wolverine 3.
I haven't really seen the other Wolverines. So.
I'm gonna say 6.
All right, I went with 7.
I'll say a 5.
Okay, Fast 8. I'm going with 6.
I'm gonna go 7.
I'll go with a 6 on that one.
Transformers Last Night, June 23rd.
Is it a Michael Bay one? Put it at a 3. Put that shit at a 3.
Is it Michael Bay?
I have no idea.
I was going with 4 on it.
I think I'll also do a 4.
Now I gotta look it up because that's gonna puzzle me. Wolverine 3 is releasing March 3rd. Fast 8 is releasing April 14th. June 16th, you'll see Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
Oh yeah, is that a sequel to The Kingsman?
Yes, it is. Which I'm giving it a 7 because I know The Kingsman was awesome. And Transformers: Last Night is a Michael Bay film.
Yeah.
Make me a 2 then.
And its budget is $250 million.
2. Sorry, have what I had before.
Kingsman, I have a 7.
I have an 8.
I have a 4. No, what did I say? A 3. I said a 3. Oh, for Kingsman?
Yeah, Kingsman.
Sorry, I was still thinking Transformers. I haven't seen the other one, but I'll put it at 6.
You got it. I think I have it. You got to watch it. I think you'd actually enjoy it.
Oh,
You'd really like it.
I would. I just never got around to seeing it.
Yeah, I got it. We could watch it one day. We'll have a movie night. We'll make popcorn, cuddle, and shit like that.
Oh,
I
love cuddling with you.
Right? Drinking sparkling cucumber mint.
Oh, I finished off that.
Those 2 cases?
Well, they weren't cucumber mint.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Tropical cherry and citrus are the new ones.
Nice. July 14th, War of the Planet of the Apes. I'm not a Planet of the Apes fan. I don't think anyone else will enjoy it anymore. I'm going to give it a 5.
Ooh, I've really been enjoying the new ones.
Yeah?
But that's me, yeah, so.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of good things. I'm going to give it a 7.
7? Yeah, 7 sounds good to me, too.
All right, that's coming out July 14th. On October 6th is going to be Blade Runner 2. I'm going to go...
What's Blade Runner about?
What's Blade Runner about, Joe? Joey.
Did we lose him?
Sorry, I was on mute. I explained it like 3 times on mute, so you didn't hear me. It's about a cyborg who thinks he's a human, who lives in a world where they hate cyborgs, and he goes on this quest to try and find his memory, and finds out in the end that he is in fact a cyborg, and then he gets killed.
I'm gonna go with 6 because that sounds like some crap people are like.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna give it a 7 though.
I'll go with 6.
Cars 3 on June 16th. I'm gonna go with an 8 because Cars is awesome.
I just want to point out that Blade Runner movie was made in '82.
Yeah, I don't know why they're making a sequel. Really ought to be just a remake.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should have just been a remake.
Yeah.
Cars 3, June 16th. I'm giving it an 8.
I'm gonna go a 3.
3?
I'll
I
split the
hate
difference
Cars.
and go a 5.
5. March 31st, Smurfs, The Lost Village. I'm going with 6 because people like Smurfs, but not that much.
Mm-hmm.
I will go with a 4.
Yeah. Those people can smurf off. I'm gonna give them a 5.
Divergent, Ascendant, June 9th. I'm going to stay with 6 on this one as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Put me down for a 4.
4. June 30th, Despicable Me 3. I'm going to go with 8 because for some reason people like those little fucking yellow guys.
Yeah, they do.
I hate those.
Put a
little
6
guys.
for me.
I'll do a 5.
5. And the last one, September 29th, Equalizer 2. I'm going to give it an 8 because I think it's one of Denzel Washington's like greatest films in like the last 5 years.
What is it about?
The Equalizer is a guy, if I remember correctly, he is like a former like hitman or kind of like a muscle for a group.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got away from it, kind of retired from it and everything, had the job at a hardware store. All of a sudden, like, there's this girl that he talks to at the diner once in a while who happens to be a call girl. And then eventually her life goes to shit and he does what he can to protect it. And in doing so, he attracts the wrong attention from the wrong people. And then pretty much goes through the entire movie killing off who needs to be killed off pretty much.
That sounds pretty good.
If I had to compare it to a movie, I'm trying to think of what the movies that I have in my head. What the fuck is it? What the fuck am I thinking of?
I don't know.
I know, now it's fucking bugging me. Kind of, I want to say it's kind of like Punisher, if you want to think of it that way. Like, he had a badass job. He got out of it. Shit went down. He got back into it.
Gotcha.
Best way I kind of describe it.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like
I do like
blend.
Denzel.
Oh, it's so fucking... You got to watch Equalizer. You have to see the first one. It is absolutely amazing. I think it's... I don't think you have Comcast out there, do you?
Nope.
I think it's free and on demand. I don't know. If anyone has Equalizer on DVD, mail it out to Joe. Help him out. Which, by the way, like I said in the last show, which I don't think we ever got too much detail, send Joe books. You need to send Joe books. He needs to fill his bookcase.
It's true.
Do porn mags count?
No. Probably a bad choice.
Would coloring books count?
Coloring books be fine.
What about adult coloring books?
Probably not.
What about road atlases, but of countries?
It'd probably be fine.
Right?
It'd be weird, but it'd be fine.
Joey, I saw that he posted a Facebook or a Twitter message the other day.
I did.
Seen stories. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yes. So in the month of October, we're planning to do some reading of scary stories, as we've talked about before, and I've been struggling to find some good royalty-free stuff, some good public domain stuff that I could actually read in half an hour. So if you have written a scary story that you think we can read in about 20 to 25 minutes, send it my way. Direct message me at Geek Cast Joe on Twitter, or send it over to our Yahoo for This Freakin' Show at thisfreakinshow@yahoo.com. I think that'd do it.
Yeah, it's just this way it kind of helps us out, and then we'll give you a shout out, and thank you guys for helping us out because we're gonna do a lot of fun things come this October. The entire month is Halloween themed, so we have a lot of shit going on, a lot of cool things going on. I know you guys. I hope you guys get excited for it because I know we definitely are, and this is a way for you to interact and get involved with us and everything. Also, if we're able to find, give us some ideas. Use the hashtag Freakin Sane on Twitter to kind of throw some ideas out there too. Use the hashtag, people. That's what it's there for. Interact. Fuck. I'm sorry, that was a little melodramatic. Before we close out the show, I just wanted to say real quick, a couple quick shout outs to some people. I went on Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook this evening, kind of asked some people to give us their opinions on what movies they're looking forward to in 2017. So just a quick shout out to people. Clint from Geek Dig Pod, a good friend of ours, he's been on the show a couple times, says he's excited for the Pirates of the Caribbean movie to come out. Geek Cast Ryan, GCR, from Geek Cast Live, said he's excited to see Thor, which doesn't surprise me. I believe GCR is a Marvel fan, which is awesome. My Uncle Andy actually responded, saying he's actually looking forward to the movie Crippler, the Chris Benoit story. For those of you who don't know who Chris Benoit is, he was a professional wrestler for WCW, ECW, WWE, who eventually ended his life in a murder-suicide that involved his family. They're making it into a movie based on the biography of his life, so I'm actually really interested to see that too. I am a wrestling fan. Speaking of wrestling, there is a surprise coming up in the near future. It's not set in stone. It's not all put together yet. But if you're a wrestling fan, you're definitely going to want to hear it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Close friend of mine, Ben, fan of the show, he says he's excited for John Wick 2. My sister Ashley, along with my cousin Samantha, are both excited for Pitch Perfect 3, which, they're seniors in high school. They're 17-year-old girls. That makes a lot of sense. My cousin Sam's also excited for Beauty and the Beast, which I'm excited for that live action of that.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I mean,
too.
I haven't seen much about it, but
Yeah. Our friends from the History of Bad Idea podcast, Jason and Jeff, they're excited. Jason's excited for the 8th Star Wars episode, and Jeff is excited for the Russian superhero movie Guardians.
Yes. I'm so excited for Guardians.
I have no idea what that is.
Never
I kind
heard
of
of
looked it up.
Oh, dude, go listen to Geekcast Live's episode from last week.
I will. That's actually on my list to listen to tomorrow on the way home from work.
Nice. Yeah, we talked about it a lot. Basically, though, the Russians decided, hey, the Americans are making really good superhero movies. We should do the same thing, but with no source material. And so they just made up their own superheroes that represent different areas of Russia, as well as like earth, wind, water, fire, and then like the bad guy is like some kind of crazy technology person. And it looks great. It looks absolutely fantastic.
You know what you just described, Joe?
Every superhero movie ever made.
No, you just
Captain
described
Planet.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Oh, fuck. A good.
It is. It's Russian Captain Planet, though.
An old friend of ours, Katie, or as I remember her as neighbor Katie. She's excited to see Avatar, which comes out in 2018, but she got involved, so I'm giving a shout out to her too. So Katie, thank you for being involved, even though you were wrong on the release date, and congratulations on your engagement.
Yeah, indeed.
But like Joe said, you can check out last week's episode of Geekcast Live, where they do talk about the Guardians show. And Joey, where can they find that episode?
They can find it over at gcl.ninja every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You can find all of our episodes over there at gcl.ninja, or you can find us by searching Geekcast Live on Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, SoundCloud, some other places too. I don't know. Listen to the show. Find out.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, like I've said countless times, actually, technically, I've said it 46 times before this because this is episode 47, as I come to find out. You can find our episodes on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. You could find us on social media at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook just by searching This Freaking Show. Or you just go to thisfreakinshow.com. You go to the contact section, you will find links to Instagram, you'll find links to Facebook, to Twitter, and there's a contact us section right there where you can email us. You can email us questions, comments about the show, things you want us to talk about. If you know of a band in your local area that you want to help get out into the world and get other people from other states to hear, let us know. Send us the information, and we're going to play it. We're willing to play indie band music on our show to help get the word out on people. Sure, what else is there? Use the hashtag Freakin' Sane on social media to get in contact with us on questions, comments, and everything about the show as well. As always, I am Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm Geek Cast Joe.
Thank you for listening to episode 47 of This Freaking Show. I'm out.